Welcome to the channel. This channel is for strategy lovers. If you're a strategy lover like myself and enjoy games like War Game, Total War, and a large variety of other games out there that are super fun, you came to the right channel. You want to get practice in. Playing skirmish is a great way to do it. Going against AI, start on easy, work your way up to very hard. I think very hard is probably the hardest level you could play as. Oh, hardest. That's funny. I would say these are kind of stupid how they name these. Hard, very hard, hardest. I mean, we could have done hard, brutal, insane, something more fun. But if you guys don't know, in Wargammer Dragon you have your decks, right, which you can customize. I created one here that says UKR 21. So I'm originally Ukrainian, if you can't tell from the flag and the Cossack playing the instrument there. But yeah, you can click on this pack and create your own. There's a create button there. You can name it whatever you want. You can select whichever nation you want, and I have my own custom deck here. If you could look here, every nation kind of comes with one. They got some pre-made ones here for you, but you could tweak with it. Figure out what artillery you like, how you like to spend your points, because everybody has different strategies and everybody likes to do different things, right? So you could be focused heavily on infantry and anti-tank infantry, and have little artillery, and focus more perhaps on your helicopters. If you guys look at mine, I do only have 3 different types of helicopters, but I do have a lot of aircraft, and I have pretty small amount of artillery. I do have these really powerful M270s MLRS, which are pretty brutal. If you have good recon, you can really just destroy and decimate the enemy, especially if there's a bunch of infantry running around. Great anti-infantry. It could definitely damage tanks and pretty much anything in the game. So let's look at here. What do we got? Alright. Yeah, this is a fun map. I like this map. Yeah, you could have quite a lot going on here. Capture this middle area, put some artillery up here. I could do a lot of, you could hit the enemy from a lot. Having the high ground in this game does matter, by the way. I recommend it. But if there's a lot of forests and stuff like that, there's good choke points for this for zone, so it'd be kind of hard to capture. If you were to capture it, you'd probably want to sneak through the forest as best as possible, kind of catch your enemy by surprise. Yeah, so everybody plays different, like I said. Let me speed this up a little bit. Deployment always takes a while. The AI is incredible at deployment. They deploy extremely fast. It's almost as if they know the best placement already. Yeah. So if you hold down C, it gives you your point of view, and it just shows what your unit can see from that angle. Field of view, right? Look at this one right here. It goes all the way up this road. And that's a pretty good thing to see, because if you can, yeah, look at that. I put him right here. I would have put him a little bit like this, but he can see all the way down this road. In general, guys, if you play this game, being able to have good field of view of long roads like this is great. And even if you could sneak maybe a unit up here or something, or maybe even 2 units, so when a bunch of armor is coming down, you can hit them. Definitely something you might want to do later down the game, which is basically what you're doing is cutting off your enemy's supply lines. Great thing to do in practice, harder to do in real life, because any good opponent is gonna hopefully counter that. But so as you guys can see, I put I'm really trying to be aggressive here in my first at the beginning of the game. I don't need to capture everything, right? So the enemy is here. That's their deployment zone. They're gonna clearly take Foxtrot. Oh, I'm sorry, if you guys have never played this game, how this game works is you have to capture these zones. Let me pause that real quick. So you have to capture these capture points. You got Golf, you got Foxtrot. They're equivalent for a certain amount of points. You got two points there. You got 3 is Delta, so clearly having this is going to be probably pretty significant, as well as here. So really these 2 are pretty key, and I definitely wanted them when I commanded my units to go. I'm clearly setting up in defensive positions here, Yeah, pretty much protecting myself against any kind of flank. The more you play this game, you'll learn hotkeys and whatnot, which will allow you to basically command units much better. I have a recon unit coming up here. I'm gonna move him over here, and he's gonna have, oops, he's gonna have a really nice field of view. And it won't let me unselect. Odd. Here we go. So this building would also be great to capture, just so you guys see. But anyway, as I was saying, you want to capture certain different points, right? Each point is worth something. You gotta get a command unit in there and hold that point. And one thing you guys should know is that if your command unit feels endangered, it may have a mode where it will automatically seek cover and it will hide from the enemy. Because most command units are not strong. There are now infantry command units. There's you know, in Wargame you used to have tank command units. I'm not sure if they have that yet in Wargame. I'm not tracking anything like that yet. But you know, so as you guys watch this game unfold, clearly I've deployed over here on the left side. My ally deployed on the right side, but in a very weak manner. This was probably a miscalculation on mine as much as theirs. There should be significant more forces over here to be able to capture at least this and hold it. Because if we were able to hold Alpha, Delta, and Charlie, and I was able to hold Golf, we would be beating the enemy pretty significantly. But what you like to do in this game is get your recon units out. They can actually deploy further ahead of the rest of the units, so that's great. You know, a lot of people will get helis out there quick. Helis can, you know, cover ground real quick. But I got my Bradleys. They're going to go in position. They're going to start racking up kills right away. If you guys want to take a look at what I'm deploying here, I'm deploying the back I got here. This is the M163, right? And this is the anti-air unit. These are great cheap units. Usually they're about maybe 70 points. And great anti-air. Great cheap anti-air. And they will do its work, and they will get better as the game goes on. If you protect them, they'll get better and better. I think, yep, what do we got here? And I got an infantry unit there. Some more infantry units. I believe this is an anti-tank unit. Yep. You can click on the unit and it tells you what it's got. If it tells me, it won't. Alright. So I got some tanks. I got about... Wow, it's... So this is one thing I really wish the game would fix. No one would ever drive like this. And I think even in Wargame, the original game, it wasn't this stupid. But we got some tanks here. These are the cheaper ones. You got the M1 Abrams right here. I believe these are just some simple... Yeah, well, these are the anti-tank units. These are great units. If you can protect them, they're pretty awesome against tanks. And honestly, any armored vehicle, it probably would take a couple of hits to kill a tank, like maybe 2 or 3. But if you're somewhere hidden in the forest and the tank can't really see you, and they do have more range than a tank, so they are a great unit. So just some infantry units here and some anti-tank. I'm not really going too crazy here, but I did a lot of recon units. So the Bradleys are good too. And so we have deployment here. I moved the unit up here. Alright, and we'll see what starts happening. Alright, slow this down a little bit. Alright, let's see, we got engagements going on over here already from the enemy. Oof. Yeah, so he has an anti-air unit, but he didn't quite position that correctly enough, and he's gonna lose this one. Yep. Oh yeah. Wow, that was a big L for him. Wow. Yeah, so if you guys see right here, this was already a huge mistake by us. Is the fact that this guy threw in some air into, you know, he's got some helis, and they made pretty quick work of any of his units. I think he just lost like 4 or 5 units like instantly. Whereas me over here, I'm already racking up kills. I think we destroyed a vehicle here, and we are engaging with a tank and a... Oh, that tank just got destroyed, and then there's a recon unit here. which my tank has a clear line of sight. Oh, and then that tank is also, I'm sorry, recon has been also eliminated. So things are looking good for us. This tank took some damage, so I retreated. They will repair over time by themselves, by the way. So yeah, I had a recon helicopter out here, and as you guys can see, I'm taking position. I'm trying to place this unit over here so it can get some ambush. Hopefully destroy some tanks and heavy armor. And if I remember this game correctly, I did do quite well up here. So the enemy is definitely struggling here, and I do not see any anti-air. One thing you could do if you are lacking anti-air is you can call in your aircrafts. F-16s work pretty well. I like to throw those at these, and they usually very quickly eliminate them. If I ever see attack helicopters coming in my position, I work very quickly to try to eliminate them, and in fact that's usually what I reserve my air power for. And here we go. So we got two attack one recon, this is unit suppression helicopter. We got two tanks and a unit here, but you see the my ally here is moving a lot of units in there, a lot of recon units, and a lot of just nonsense going on, because these units, they do have good field of view, but they're also wide open and kind of clumped together. So if you did a cluster strike, you could probably do quite a bit of damage there. And again, my overall strategy was to kind of set up a line of defense here and to protect this capture point here and this one here. And I was really hoping, oh, here we go, guys. Alright, we already got some ambush action going on here. This unit, these are the Rangers. I use these guys quite a bit. Oh, there you go. Alright, so we got engagement going on here. Alright, so let's turn this off. We got this tank. Let's see how long it lives. Oh, we got one hit. Another hit. Another hit. I think it's destroyed. Wait, not yet. Oh, there you go. Oh, I did not win that tank. I did not win that engagement. So in this situation, it probably would have wanted to put a few more units here. Putting one was kind of a weak move by me. This right now, this is not defended very well. But I have a tank here as a reinforcement, as well as some anti-air, because I'm seeing a lot of helicopters moving around here, and I definitely want to start doing that. I was positioning, I believe I wanted to, yeah. So yeah, I'm moving up a, this is the anti-tank personnel right here. Just two guys. That looks pretty heavy. I know I wouldn't want to be schlepping that around. It's nice that we have javelins today. A lot lighter than what we used to have. But a great unit though, guys. Highly recommend. Here I got my resupply truck, and he's resupplying the tank here, helping it to get fixed. That's one way to get your units fixed, by the way. Alright, so let's see what happens here. There you go. Oh. See, this was me earlier. I meant to drop it on them, but this was kind of a rookie mistake by me. Probably should have called the aircraft out over here into the general area, and then once I had actual confirmation on the target, then call it in, or maybe move a recon unit so I could see them. But I didn't, so that airstrike was probably completely useless. So it was a waste of a mission. I know at some point we eliminate the tanks here, but it wasn't actually me, it was my friendly AI here. There you go. Sees them. Nice. Already damaged, so they took him out pretty quick. What is it? Is it a Bradley? It is a Bradley. These things are awesome. I really enjoyed the Bradleys. And I hope the new, the thing that's replacing the Bradley is just as good. So I pulled up M1 Abrams here because I was feeling like I didn't have enough armor up here. I put an anti-air. The enemy's already lobbing artillery right at us. If you ever I mean, this is kind of a self-explanatory, but if you guys are getting attacked by artillery, you should probably move your units away from that location. That's gonna get destroyed. Hopefully. Well, maybe not. One thing that frustrates me in this game for sure is when my unit can clearly see the enemy, but they don't actually work to eliminate it. That could be with the stance. Over here on the right hand corner, when you select a unit, guys. Oh wow, this unit is definitely dead. Yep, they just died. Probably a tank. Yep. A lot of times you guys, you can see from the shot as well. Tanks shoot really quickly, so you can still see the bullet, the trace of the bullet. If you don't even see the unit and you see that flying from some direction, you know that that's a tank. So you'll figure out as you play. Here I was trying to sneak up some guys to try to see maybe if I could do some recon on them. I know that's not a recon unit, but I was just trying to sneak around. Oh, there you go. Nice. Got one destroyed. I got a big hit here. Yep, trying to back it up. Couldn't do it in time. Unfortunate. Yeah, if you hit G and then left click anywhere, they'll reverse, but facing the enemy, which is important, by the way, guys, because you want to face the enemy when you're getting shot at, or the direction that they're shooting you from, ideally, because the front armor is the strongest part of your vehicle. If you turn that thing any wrong way, the chances of you surviving those hits is a lot less likely. I'm not sure if I did an airstrike. Oh yeah, yep, I hit this one right here. I remember. There were some infantry over there. So, what else is going on here? So right now the enemy's beating us. So they're beating us 500 to 305. And I think the biggest reason for that is because this area right here, Alpha, our ally failed to secure that, which I thought would be quite easy for him to do, and in fact I thought they would meet somewhere more along the lines of here. But that did not happen, and very quickly they're losing this front over here. And again, I was kind of very focused on this over here and this here. I know I'm not really moving much units, it's more of a blockade than anything, but it does prevent the enemy from, you know, moving into here or up here. So eventually, you know, oh, here you go, another engagement. There you go, destroyed. Nice. I'm moving this command unit, and really close call there, because that tank could have easily destroyed my command unit, because if you guys can see, these are not the most armored vehicles. They're very light in armor, if anything. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Anyway, this unit, I think I'm trying to sneak it in here in the corner where you guys can see a little bit of wood. Yep. So I'm trying to sneak this unit in so we can level the playing field and stop losing so quickly. We got a tank there. Yep, very quickly eliminated. I got a pretty good line of defense here. It's going to be really hard for them to do anything over here. You know, I got to be careful that I don't come around this way. But moving some infantry, I believe. Yep. I think if I recall correctly, I unloaded them over here and then eventually made my way around here to try to do a sneak attack on the enemy, or at least get a foothold in a village. Yeah, that's a great strategy, guys. If you can use the forest to cover your movement as much as possible, because once you're seen as an infantry unit, especially if you're dismounted, if they have good anti-infantry, you're just in a meat grinder. So moving some more anti-tank over here, establishing a little bit better defensive perimeter here. This is not great, definitely not great. Moved another unit here, but so one thing, if you guys don't know, if one unit can see the enemy but this unit can't, it can, as long as it's able to physically make the shot, it still will. So I moved another tank unit up here. Definitely get a little bit more defensive personally. Now we're got a +1, so that's nice. I'm not sure what was going on over here. Oh, I think an aircraft crashed. I believe we actually just shot down one of their aircrafts. I'm not sure what was flying there, but We got a recon unit here. It's doesn't have the best view at all. So, but again, it's one of those things that I think I forgot to manage. There you go. We got some engagements going on here. Yep, that unit got destroyed very quickly. And hopefully this will be... Yeah. See, I kind of failed to put my units in better positions, but to be fair, this up here is kind of tough to get any good line of sight. Oh, there you go. They're calling in artillery already. Alright, let's speed this up a little bit. See what's going on. There's a lot of engagements going on here. The enemy is pushing pretty hard on Delta over here. They got 2 recon helicopters, 1 infantry. Oh, sorry, they have 3 recon helicopters. If I had seen this earlier, I probably would have called in my F-16, my handy F-16, who would definitely take those out pretty quickly. Oh, here you go. We got, someone's got anti-air. Oh, that's me. Yeah, that's going down. Oh, there it goes. Nice. Oh, that was me. Dropping some clusters. There you go. And this one's going down too. Nice. Oh, close. Not quite. Still got more recons. And, yeah. So they're not doing too hot over here. They're not making any progress here. Yeah, we got our enemy is not doing too much, and this is great for us. I'm expecting a push up here at some point. You know, this is what I've been kind of getting ready for. Oh, and here you go. These are the MLRs right here into action. I already got called 2 of them in there. There you go. Laying the hurt on the enemy. Yeah. If any infantry was in that area, I don't think they are any longer. This was kind of a risky tactic here. I just kind of charged the enemy to see what they're doing. I think I lost one of my tanks. Oh no, I saved that one, barely. Hopefully a lot of damage here. Oh, here you go. Nice strike. Yep, that was my jet. Here you go. They're trying to move up over here. Not gonna go hot. They're about to lose 2 tanks. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. The Ruskies don't even know what hit them. Wow, it's almost as if they were bad in the 90s like they are today. Yeah. Oh, shit. That's going to hit my tank. Oh, look at that. I got lucky. That was pretty spicy. Quite a bit of engagement going on here. If you guys can't see, I'm really trying to slowly sneak these units into here with, you know, some light armored vehicles to help any kind of infantry suppression. And these do have these Dragoon 2 missiles that are okay. They're not great, but yeah, if you have a lot of them shooting all at once, they'll get a kill every once in a while. So, let's see what else the enemy is doing. Not too much. Now, let me know in the comments, guys, if you'd like to see the enemy units too, because that is an option. I find it more fun, mysterious if I don't know where they are, and in the replays, because we get to slowly watch them get eliminated. But to give you a perspective, and when I click neutral, it's going to switch colors. I think I'm going to turn red. Yep. Well, here you go. To show you perspective, there's always a lot more units than you think. That's the thing about the... Wow, that is an ungodly amount of armor. Oh, that is terrifying. Well, let's see what happens. They have an ungodly amount of tanks here. And if I recall correctly, I use my MLRs to actually lay some paint on them. Here we go. Here it comes in. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that is hot. Now that looks like something you would see in Ukraine. Just a long line of tanks clumped up together. No fucking idea what they're doing. Oh god. And I think that was my ally who laid down airstrike. Wow, there's a hell of a lot of things going on here. I will tell you that during this match, oh, here we go. That was my A10 shooting at, what do we got here? Oh, another T70. Oh, how beautiful. That's what we like to see. It would be cool to see that animation, what happens in real life. Oh god, what happened there? It would be cool to see the animation in real life when the turret goes flying up in the air, like 40 feet in the air. Oof, there goes another one. That goes, it's basically like there, Bradley. What do we got here? I'm not sure, actually. Wow, that's gorgeous. Yep. But if you're using your artillery like this, guys, you want to move it around constantly because the enemy will definitely hit you back. Because when you have something heavy like the MLRs, you're going to be a high value target for sure. So we definitely got the enemy here. They're really trying to push hard. They lost a lot of vehicles from that MLR attack, if I recall correctly. They still got quite a few tanks that they're pushing up here. Seems like this is their point of interest. I think it was around this time that I realized that Alpha was captured, and I was like, oh, hell no. Because that means that they have 4 zones captured, and they got a +1 because we only have 3. So at this point, I started to realize that my friendly over here is not doing enough, and I needed to take immediate action, otherwise we would lose this match. We got some engagements going on here. So as you guys can tell, I ended up landing a unit over here, which is great because look at this line of sight. It's awesome. I'm moving some infantry support here. Use more helicopters because helicopters are a great thing to use. Set up a tank right here. Anything crossing over here is going to get shot. As you guys can see, we definitely won the battle over here. There was a lot of carnage going on. A lot of tanks got taken out, essentially. As you guys can see, I have a anti-tank unit here. You know, these guys can shoot anti-tank rounds. Even these guys got the dragoons. I got my tanks. I moved quite a bit of tanks up here to try to support. I got these infantry guys here. I do need to start using them. I don't know why the hell they're just sitting there, but again, it's one of those things. It just gets a bit difficult to manage so many units. Especially if you're not losing a lot of units, which I certainly wasn't. I took very few losses in this game. I mean, I did take losses. Pretty much any infantry that I tried to move up here, they were really good at repelling everything. I was trying to come through this forest here and then maybe grab this little house here. That did not work out for me. So I'm retreating these units, but I do have, I believe, intel. Yep. As you guys can see, I'm about to do an airstrike here. And that did not work. Yeah. Good anti-air. Yeah, that was a little sad. I think that was probably my A10, I think. I'm not sure, actually. Alright. We got some action going on here. Trying to protect my flank here because they could easily come through here. There you go. Nice. They're gonna feel that. I'm calling artillery on them as well as an airstrike, trying to suppress that infantry. Infantry could definitely be dangerous, guys. Be careful. Even if you got a tank, you gotta be careful. Don't get too close to that infantry because they'll definitely hit you. Here you go, another enemy strike. Oof, well, that was hot. Yeah, they're definitely dead. There's nobody there now. Let's see what happens here. Oh, here you go. Destroyed. Like taking candy from a kid. So as you guys can see, we got a +3 now, and that is because I retook this area. I will say that my AI definitely let me down. They did not do great. I pretty much had to do everything myself, and that really sucked because I'm moving up tanks here slowly. One thing that I do is I'm very careful with just moving my tanks. That's one thing I don't like losing is my tanks. I don't like losing my aircraft. I don't like losing my tanks. Infantry is understandable. They're cheaper units, you know, but when you got those 140, 235 unit tanks, you know, it's not something you want to lose that easily. But paying attention to what artillery is doing to you is, you know, there you go. We're engaging here, engaging something. You can select your aircraft and do auto attack, by the way, guys, and they will attack things if you send them to a general area where there's enemy. Nice. Oof. Well, I think he took out about maybe 2 units before he got destroyed. That was unfortunate. You are sending them into enemy zones. I will say one thing about the AI that really baffles me is how they just throw their anti-air in front of you like it's nothing. And oh wow, look at this lovely engagement here. Oof. There's about 3 vehicles right there just completely destroyed. I mean, look at this line of tanks. Wow. What does that remind you of? The Soviet old tactics haven't changed much, I'll tell you that much. Wow, this unit just got shredded. I feel really bad for them. And, oh, let's take a look at what's going on here. Whew. I would not want to be anywhere near that. I will say they definitely they did nerf the MLRs a little bit, because those things are hella powerful, and I don't think anything would survive that. Yeah, at this point we're pretty much near victory, guys. It's pretty much just mopping up the enemy here. They're not doing much. We've established a pretty good defensive line here. There you go. We're just destroying stuff left and right. So these things are amazing. You got the 73 millimeter guns. They're basically a small tank. They're quite annoying actually, but if you get good at destroying them, they're not much of a match. Oh, he's getting hit hard. There it goes. Yeah. And a cluster strike. Wow, that's not a cluster strike, but yeah. Yeah. There you go, guys. That's about it. That is the end of the match. Thanks so much for coming out. Don't forget to subscribe. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this match. And if you like this kind of content, I will be releasing more. Have a great one.